Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile!
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3.
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Here we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Good afternoon and welcome into Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I am Ricky Rogers here at Russell County to bring you Glenwood at Russell County. High school baseball at its finest, and we thank you for tuning in. Want to tell you really quickly about our presenting sponsors, our friends Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC up in Opelika, Coca-Cola, Houston Sports Clinic, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. As always, our first inning will be sponsored by Carroll Purdue State Farm. Call Carol and her team if you want to save some money on your insurance, any type of insurance, auto, home, renters, you name it. Carol and her team will be happy to help you. Coaches are having their plate meeting with the umpires right now, and we are getting ready for starting lineups. We're going to take just a quick moment, step away, let you hear from a few more of our friends, and when we're back, we'll have starting lineups for Russell County and Glenwood baseball. See you in just a bit.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Both Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for you. Get supplier pricing today on all new Chevy Silverado 1500s with up to $13,500 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with third row seating, and enjoy up to $6,000 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Get ready to smile!
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back into Russell County. I am Ricky Rogers. We are ready to get this game underway. Absolutely beautiful weather. You couldn't ask for better weather for a end-of-season baseball game. This is Russell County's final home game of the season. Glenwood with 2 more games to go. And head coach Danny Danielson of the Warriors has tapped junior Grant Johnson to take the bump today for the Warriors. He'll be looking to shut down a very potent, high-production Glenwood offense. The rest of the Warriors line up in left field. Hunter Phillips. In center field, Cam Brewer. And in right field, Zane Wynn. And the infield from left to right, Carson Carswell is going to be playing third base today. E.J. Richards at shortstop. Victor Hernandez at second. And Van Richards at first. Behind the plate, the wall, working for Grant Johnson. His battery mate will be Carter Cannon. And Glenwood is preparing to come to the plate. Johnson will face third baseman Carter Judah, left fielder Cam Dawson, and right fielder Hudson Campbell, the first three in the Glenwood lineup. Intros are done, the anthem is sung, and cleats are tied. It's time for baseball here at Russell County. And Carter Judah stepping into the box to face the junior Johnson. Judah having a fantastic season. I've been asked multiple times on Georgia Alabama Sports Live shows. Judah is my pick for the top player in the area, I believe. He's a 5-tool player. And he bunts for a single to start the game for the Gators. It's going to bring up Cam Dawson to the plate. I know Cam it's been one of those players that has bided his time, waiting for an opportunity, and it looks like Coach Fanning is going to give him that opportunity today. Another bunt. Judah is going to be called safe at third base. Coach Danielson on his way out for a meeting with the base umpire to figure out what happened there and what he saw. From our vantage point, it looked as though Judah was tagged out. Umpires are meeting now to determine what the final call will be. 99% of the time, they're going to stick with the original call. But maybe it's a little different today. And they do. Judah safe at third on the bunt by Cam Dawson.
Wow. Now batting number 3, Hudson Campbell.
And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Campbell. Johnson delivers just off the plate for ball 1. Glenwood coming into today, wrapping up a season, putting a bow on one that has been good for them in a year that they should have been rebuilding after the loss of Mason McCrane, who is just making waves at Auburn University. They were supposed to have a little bit of a down year. They've done the exact opposite. 23-7 coming into today, 5-0 in area. 2 of those 7 losses coming to crosstown foe Central. .2-0 count now on the batter, Campbell, the right fielder. Johnson fires strike and fouled off down the third base line. 2-1 now. Johnson delivers inside, and the umpire is going to say it clipped his arm.
Oh my God, he asked for it.
And that is going to load the bases with nobody out here in the top of the first inning.
Now batting number 2, Cal Lawrence.
Special thanks to our friends, the students of the Warrior TV Productions, for handling our camera work today. Major thanks to their teacher and leader, Mr. Brad Beasley, for making sure we are taken care of with a great picture. First pitch from Johnson to Cal Lawrence, in for a strike. And he follows that up with one just off the plate for ball 1. Everything evened up now, 1-1. Base is still loaded. And Lawrence rips one foul down the third base line to run the count to 1-2. Lawrence pokes that one into right field. The play is going to be made by Zane Wynn. Carter Judah going to tag on the play and be safe at home to give the Gators a 1-0 lead here early in the first inning. Brings Cade Cox, the Gators' first baseman, to the plate. Runners now at first and third. Cox attempts a bunt and pulls it hard down the first base line. And Cade Cox is going to start out with an 0-1 count. Johnson delivers off the plate. It's going to even the count at 1-1. Lots going on in our area today for sports. Lawrence drives that one foul down the third base line and out of play. Now in a 1-2 hole. Clingstone's played an early morning game today, 11 a.m. first pitch, education days. Synovus Park was full of students of all ages. They appeared to have a great time, and the Clingstones woke up today a winner, beating Biloxi by a final score of 7-3. 4 of those runs scored on 3 home runs. Another one foul and out of play. We'll do 1-2 all over again. Columbus Lions getting ready to kick it off tomorrow evening at the Civic Center. Also a Clingstones game going on tomorrow night. That one popped up.
Why are we letting him come in? Go catch the damn ball.
And shortstop E.J. Richards gave up on the play, let the left fielder come in to try to get it. He dove and was unable to come up with it. They came up, made the throw to third, though, and got the runner, Hudson Campbell, out. And now 2 down here in the first inning.
We got 2 12-year-olds umpire.
Johnson delivers first pitch. It's in a 2-2 count now. Johnson gets a sign, checks the runner, rocks, fires, delivers. Swung on and missed by Trey Clarity. Swung on, chopped to the third baseman Carswell, who makes the throw over, and the Warriors are out of this inning, only surrendering 2 to the visiting Gators. We are going to step away while Russell County gets ready to come to the plate and Glenwood gets ready to take the field. We'll be back in just a moment with defensive alignments for Glenwood and batting order for Russell County. Stay locked in right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be here from start to finish.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today.
I'm bringing my other half.
I'm bringing the pep talk. Come on!
I'm clearing my head.
And I'm clearing 300.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Join today for just $1 down. Deal ends March 29th.
Welcome back in here to 57 Warrior Way in Seale, Alabama. I am Ricky Rogers. Thank you for joining us today on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's an exciting time in our area as high school baseball is wrapping up for many teams. We are trying to bring you as many games as possible here as the season winds down. Russell County comes in today on an 8-game skid that started back on March 27th in that 9-1 loss versus Brookstone. County, like many area high school teams, are dealing with injuries, fatigue from players. It's been a long season, and they are trying their best to compete. Coach Danielson has taken an approach of building, I think, for the future. Some young guys have gotten some action earlier this week on Monday when we were here calling. So Russell County is going to be coming to the plate. Van Richards will bat first. E.J. Richards following him. Designated hitter Connor Cox, not playing defensively today, is batting third. Connor Cox has been a great player for Coach Danielson. He's dealing with some discomfort, but will be able to swing a bat for the Warriors. This is Van Richards playing first base today. Van, just a freshman, has made an impact on this team this season. Pitching for the Gators, Ethan Henderson. Kind of a sidearm sub pitcher, which is never fun to face as a hitter. Richards fouls that one off and out of play. An attempt was made at the catch over the fence by Glenwood left fielder Cam Dawson, but it was just out of his reach and he was unable to make the play. 0-2 count now on Richards. Richards and his brother EJ batting next. Both combined for a few home runs this season. Big swing and a miss by Van Richards. That's going to put the first out on the board for Russell County. Previously mentioned, Van's brother EJ coming to the plate now. EJ playing shortstop today. Van is a lefty. EJ comes in and takes the right-handed batter's box. takes the first pitch from Henderson and chops it foul in an 0-1 hole rather quickly. Coach Danny Danielson stands down in the third base box. Opposite side, Coach Michael Long in the first base box. 1-1 count now on Richards. Check swing on the ground to the shortstop, who makes the throw over to first. And there are two down in the bottom of the first inning for the Warriors. Designated hitter Connor Cox coming to the plate. Again, as mentioned, he's played a little all over the place for the Warriors this season. Some shortstop. Was rather successful when he started games on the mound for the Warriors. He takes the first offering from Henderson. Home plate umpire calls that one a strike. Henderson gets his sign, puts it in the same spot, and gets the call again from the home plate umpire. At this point in the season, with the Warriors being eliminated from area playoffs, I think if you're Coach Danielson, you tell the kids to have fun and go out and swing the bat. And you start setting the stage for off-season conditioning and preparing them for the start of next season. Marked improvement for the Warriors this year. Last season, I believe they just barely made 10 wins. This season, they had 10 wins about 3 weeks into the season. So congratulations to the Warriors team on the improvement. Still not quite where they want to be, but Coach Danielson, I believe, is the man for the job. That one popped up, shortstop drifting back, calls it and makes the play to retire the Warriors in the first inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base for the Warriors. We are headed to the top of the second. Keep it right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back in here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I'm Ricky Rogers. We're thrilled that you're joining us today. Glenwood leads Russell County 2-0 at the top of the second inning. Just a reminder again, Columbus Lions kick off their season tomorrow. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to bring you the streaming coverage of the Columbus Lions. The legendary Mike Peacock and Dave Plata on the call. We'll have a team of producers and camera folks down at the Civic Center. So if you can't make it to the game, tune in and watch some arena football. First offering from Johnson right on the outside edge of that plate, and he gets the strike call from the home plate umpire. So 0-1 count now on Andrew Wilkinson, who is the DH. For Glenwood. Wilkinson hitting in place of the pitcher, Ethan Henderson. That one sails a little high for ball 2. Popped straight up. It appears to be out of play. Nope. Stayed in play, but they were unable to make the play and record the out. There is an absolute ton of foul territory here at the Warriors' home ballpark. 2-2 count now. Fouled straight back over the press box and out of play. The offering from Johnson, trying to hit that outside edge again, and it sails a little wide to run the count full now on Wilkinson. And the walk is awarded to Wilkinson. He will take his place 90 feet down the first baseline. And we'll get our first look at Sawyer Moss, the catcher for the Gators. Moss hitting in the 8 hole for Coach Tim Fanning. He squares the bunt, pulls it back. And Johnson gets the strike call. Waiting on deck is the center fielder, Asher Long, who is the 9-hole hitter for the Gators. Again, we want to thank our presenting sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, Coca-Cola, and Houston Sports Clinic. Also, our first inning coverage was brought to you by our friends at Carroll Purdue State Farm. That one popped into center field, can of corn, for Russell County center fielder Cam Brewer.
Coming to the plate, number 15, Asher Long.
Long steps in, prepares to face Johnson. First offering from Johnson sails high for ball number 1. Wilkinson still hanging down at first base. Glenwood does not publish their stats, so we can't give you batting averages or stolen base numbers. Johnson checks the runner and gets a sign and delivers. Swung on and drilled down the third baseline on the ground. That's going to move. That's going to score Wilkinson. And it puts Asher Long in at second base with the double. One down here in the Glenwood frame of the second inning. It's going to take us back to the top of the order. Carter Judah, Gators third baseman, steps in to face Johnson. That one mishandled by Carter Cannon, but keeps it in front of him and gets it right back to Johnson. 1-0 count now on Judah. Judah tried to check his swing, but no doubt about it, he went all the way. 1-1 count. Driven up the middle. A run will score Asher Long comes around to score a run for Glenwood. And Carter Judah slides in safely to second base. For 4-0 Glenwood. Coach Danielson's got a battery running out to the Russell County bullpen. It's going to be Harley Schaffner going out to warm up. That one hit right back up the middle. A diving Richards unable to come up with it. Judah rounds third and falls flat on his belly. He's able to recover and get back to third base. Dawson into second base safely. Coach Danielson's going to call a timeout and go out and have a short word with his pitcher and catcher and his infielders. Hudson Campbell awaits the end of this meeting so he can get in and take a stab at junior Grant Johnson. Coach Danielson, a 2007 7th-round draft pick by the Los Angeles Dodgers out of Russell County, now back at his alma mater coaching. Campbell steps in. Runners on second and third. One down here in the top of the second inning. That one fouled back, and that one will get out of play over the Warriors' dugout. 1-1 count now on Hudson Campbell. Campbell hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Made it around to third base before that frame ended. Swung on, driven in the gap between short and third. That's going to score a run and move Dawson to third base. So Judah comes around and scores on the single. And Coach Danielson back out to the mound for a visit. This will signal a pitching change. We're going to see Harley Schaffner come in to see if he can manage the load against the Gators a little better. The junior Grant Johnson did not have a bad day on the mound. He put the ball across the plate, which is what he's called to do. And they just had absolutely no help in the field. Glenwood either putting it where his guys weren't or a few misplays by the Warriors defense resulted in some runs. So Glenwood out to a 5-0 lead here at Russell County. Harley Schaffner taking the mound, getting ready for his warm-up pitches. We're going to take a quick break. And when we return, we'll see Cal Lawrence, the Gators second baseman, step into the box to face new pitcher Harley Schaffner. We'll be back in just a moment here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back in here to Russell County. Glenwood out to a 5-0 lead over the Warriors, scoring 2 in the first frame and 3 in the second. And there's only one out here in the second inning. Warriors just replaced their pitcher with Harley Schaffner. And in all of the Russell County games I've covered this season, I do not believe I've seen Schaffner pitch. So I can't give you a first-person report, but he's been called on to come in relief of Grant Johnson to see if he can wrangle these Gators and get them sent back to the dugout so they can grab their bats and come out and make an attempt to even this game up. Schaffner bends down, grabs some dirt, and gets ready to face Cal Lawrence. Lawrence comes to the plate. A hitter's build for sure. Schaffner gets his sign from Cannon and delivers. Strike right down the middle of the plate. Again, Johnson had no trouble throwing strikes. They were hitting them. There was no help defensively. A few things could have gone a little differently behind the plate with the umpire making some calls. We could be looking at a different ball game. But Schaffner has been tapped, and we'll see what he can get done for the Warriors. Russell County, a young team. Graduating 5 seniors this year. That one popped up on the infield. And play is made. By Carswell, who moved over to first. Grant Johnson moved over to third base. Carswell to first base. And first baseman Cade Cox steps into the left-handed batter's box to face Schaffner. And he is out to a 1-1 count now with 2 down here. 2 on still. Runner at second and at third. That one blooped over the shortstop's head, and it gets past the left fielder, and Glenwood will plate 2. As Cox rounds first and second and slides into third safely. That, folks, is, we're going to call that an E7, those extra bases. Trey Clarity. Coach Danielson coming out to meet with the home plate umpire. Looks as though he is pulling the left fielder. And he is going to insert Aiden House, number 88, in the left field to see if he can't have a little better luck tracking the balls on the ground out there. Glenwood leads 7-0. And we are just 2/3 of the way into the top of the second inning. definitely not the guy you want to see at the plate if you are Harley Schaffner. Trey Clarity has been on a tear since the first game of the season at the plate for Glenwood. 1-1 count now on Clarity. Schaffner delivers just inside for ball number 2. Schaffner fires a strike in there to even the count at 2-2. Swung on and missed by Clarity, and Clarity is retired to end the Gators' half of the second inning. Russell County headed to the dugout. They're going to regroup and grab some lumber and make their trip to the plate to see if they can't close some of this gap with Glenwood. This game going, if you've watched Russell County's last few games and Glenwood's last few games, going about the way you expected. You did not expect a 2 and a 5 spot to be put up in the first 2 innings, but both teams on completely different trajectories here at the end of the season as Glenwood looks forward to the AHSAA playoffs and Russell County begins preparations for off-season programming. So we're going to let Glenwood's pitcher warm up, and we'll be back in just a moment here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back into Russell County. Carson Carswell is going to step in the box for the Warriors. That one chopped high and over the pitcher's head. Charging Carter Judah gets it and makes the throw to first to retire Carswell.
Box number 54, Cam Brewer.
Going to bring the center fielder, Cam Brewer, to the plate for the Warriors. To face Henderson. Chopped down first base side, fielded by Cade Cox, who makes the base tag to retire Brewer. It's going to bring Grant Johnson up to the plate. Johnson started the game for the Warriors on the mound.
Batting number 99, Grant Johnson.
Johnson comes in with a .220 batting average and 59 at bats. He's got 13 hits. He scored 9 times. He has 8 RBI and 1 home run. So swung on and driven foul over the Warriors dugout. Oh, 2 count now on Johnson. Again, he's flashed some power this season. 2 doubles and a home run. That one chopped. Fielded by Cal Lawrence. Tossed over to Cade Cox, and the Warriors' second inning is finished. We'll step away for just a moment while the teams change out, and we'll be back with more live from Russell County here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today.
I'm bringing my other half.
I'm bringing the pep talk. Come on!
I'm clearing my head.
And I'm clearing 300.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Get all the perks with a PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Join today for just $1 down. Deal ends March 29th.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years.
And welcome back in to Russell County. Glenwood leads Russell County 7-0. And we'll start off the third inning the same way we started off the second, with Andrew Wilkinson stepping into the left-handed batter's box. Wilkinson, the DH today, batting for pitcher Ethan Henderson. And Wilkinson takes strike one from Harley Schaffner, the Warriors pitcher. That one driven deep into right field. E.J. Richards tried to make a play on that one. Looked like he may have been trying for a little Willie Mays-esque over-the-shoulder catch. Was unable to come up with it. And Wilkinson in safely at second. With a double. It's going to bring up the catcher for Glenwood, Sawyer Moss, who flew out to center in his last at bat. Moss takes one and drives it deep into left field. It's going to get over the head of the left fielder and roll to the fence. That's going to bring around one. And Moss into second safely with a double. At the conclusion of today's game, we will be picking the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. This one, unlike our last game, we've got two of our local schools that we cover, so we can pick a player from either team. And then I will be on the way to Hula Hands in historic Columbus for our live show tonight, the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. We will be live from Hula Hands. Invite you to come out. Got a great show lined up for you. We will no doubt be talking Columbus Lions. We'll discuss the Columbus Clingstones and their win today and their absolute positive trip to Montgomery last week, where they took 5 of 6. And our Clingstones are now currently in a tie with Biloxi for first place in the Southern Division. 1-2 count now. on Asher Long, the center fielder for Glenwood. No outs here facing Harley Schaffner. Schaffner deals. That one blooped into right field. Richards making a run, coming in, unable to get under the ball. Fields it on a bounce, and that is going to move Glenwood's courtesy runner over to third base. And it's going to bring third baseman Carter Judah to the plate, who, as we said earlier, has had a fantastic season for the Gators. I saw him quite often during the Glenwood Border Wars tournament that we covered. Judah hit the ball all over the place. Slight delay caused by some sprinklers popping on. I'm sure with the temperature outside, the guys did not mind it a bit. First pitch to Judah from Schaffner off the plate for ball number 1. Schaffner checks the runner at first. He gets back safely. Judah stands in. Schaffner gets his sign, delivers inside off the plate for ball number 2. That one fouled up and out of play down the first baseline. 2-1 count now on Carter Judah, third baseman for the Gators. Ball 3 served up to Judah. Russell County played Glenwood back on February 27th and lost that game 7-4. They turned around and went to play Smith Station and lost 11-1. After that game, Coach Danielson has told us that he had a heart-to-heart come-to-Jesus meeting with his team, which fired him up. Russell County then reeled off a streak that saw them go 11-4. With some huge wins against programs like Auburn, Opelika. They took all 3 from area Faux Park Crossing and beat Eufaula twice in that stretch. And the games they didn't win, they were close. They were close in games versus Pike Road, Rehoboth, Dothan. But they struggled mightily against Calvary, Brookstone, Prattville. And it's just kind of the story of the season for the Warriors. Very streaky team. Again, this skid here at the end is partially caused by some injuries to key players and running out of arms. And Glenwood is riding high, coming off a series that saw them outscore their biggest rival, Lee Scott Academy, 27-10 over 3 games. And they come into today with losses only to McEachern, Harris County, Spain Park, Bryant, Northside Columbus, and then those 2 games they dropped to crosstown rival Central. So the Warriors going to make a pitch and change here, going to pull Harley Schaffner and bring Zane Wynn in. Wynn started the game in right field and was pulled with the pitching change to Schaffner. Comes out and looks to tie off the bleeding on this one. Win. Quick, very jerky delivery off the mound. looks like his highlighter might have let the lid off, and they sat on his cleats. Sporting the bright yellow cleats. He is coming in to face Cam Dawson, the left fielder for the Gators. Like I stated earlier, Dawson was kind of a reserve player early in the season. We did see him get some playing time during the Border Wars tournament, and each time his number was called, he reached base, and once he gets on base, it's all over with. Young man is quick. Judah stands in down at first base. Asher Long at second. And Dawson stands in and takes ball one. Wynn finds the outside edge of the plate and gets the strike call from the home plate umpire to even the count 1-1. Loses that one as it sails inside for ball number 2. Dawson. Batter is out. That was an infield fly rule. Hernandez not able to come up with the catch. Warriors now with one down here in the top of the third inning. Hudson Campbell comes to the plate, right fielder for the Gators. He stands in with runners on first and third. And he gets a hold of that one, drives it deep into left field. It's going to bounce off the fence. And he is going to arrive at second base standing up with an RBI double. For Hudson Campbell.
Now batting number 2, Cal Lawrence.
Let's bring Cal Lawrence, second baseman for the Gators, to the plate. Again, very imposing hitter. Got the power hitter body type. And he is going to try to pick one out from Wynn that he can drive. Wynn finds that outside edge of the plate again. And Lawrence quickly into an 0-2 hole. Wynn gets a sign. Very fast delivery from Wynn. Great pitch that Wynn went with. Did not get the call from the umpire. Now's a great time to remind you about our friends over at Gordy Eye Care. Call our good friend Dr. Griff Gordy. Eye exams, glasses, whatever your optometry needs are. They would love to see it. They will see everybody, even umpires. That one fouled up and out of play off the netting. That sits catty corner behind first base. 1-2 count now on Lawrence. That one driven deep down the third base line and foul out of play for Lawrence. Effortless swing. If he'd have been a little bit sooner on that one. Wynn fires. Picked out by Lawrence and driven into the left center gap. That's going to plate 2 more runs for the Gators. And Lawrence will arrive safely at second base with a stand-up double and 2 RBIs. Cade Cox, first baseman for the Gators, comes to the plate now to see what he can muster versus Wynn. Wynn gets a sign and delivers inside for ball number 1. Glenwood now with a 12-0 lead over Russell County. One thing you won't see from a Tim Fanning coach team is a foot come off the gas pedal. They keep it floored for the duration of the game. That one chopped down the first base line. Carswell bobbles it, unable to come up with it. And the Cox will arrive safely at first base on the E3.
Now batting number 10, Trey Clarity.
We'll bring Trey Clarity, the shortstop for Glenwood, to the plate. Andrew Wilkinson, who started this inning for the Gators, awaits on deck. Short of the Warriors turning 2 here, we will see Wilkinson in the batter's box, and Glenwood will have batted through their order here in the 3rd inning, top of the 3rd inning. Clarity looks on. Wynn delivers off the plate for ball number 2. Fired down the middle for strike number 1 on Clarity. 2-1 count now. Clarity drives it into the right center gap this time. Other side. That is going to score at least 2. Clarity's thinking 3. Throws into the relay man. Missed. The catcher comes out to scoop it off the ground. Clarity arrives at third base with a stand-up triple and 2 RBI.
Now batting number 19, Andrew Wilkinson.
And that takes the score to 14-0 Glenwood. We're just in the top of the 3rd. Typically, as scores get out of hand like this, you see umpires kind of widen their strike zone a bit to try to give the defensive team a little momentum. This one, not so much. Seeing Wynn having a hard time finding the strike zone. Wilkinson started this inning in the batter's box for Glenwood. And he takes strike 2. 3-2 count now. Inside. And Wilkinson will walk. Going to have a Glenwood coach visit Wynn on the mound. No doubt to try to calm him down a bit and get him focused on just throwing strikes at this point. Glenwood is hitting the ball hard. Russell County's defense doesn't seem to be chasing them nearly as hard as I've seen them do this season. So take that for what you will. Wynn is going to come out of the game. We'll have the name of the new pitcher for you in just a moment. As soon as he turns around and we get a look at his number. It looks to be number 28, Davis, coming in to pitch for the Warriors. So we're going to let him get some warm-up pitches in. You can hear from a few of our friends, and we'll be back in a moment here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers, for the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists, for long distance love, for the farsighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone. At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
And we are back here at Russell County. New pitcher Davis for Russell County will face Glenwood's catcher Sawyer Moss. Moss flew out to center field and had a beautiful gap hit in his second at-bat, but was stranded at third at the end of the inning. First two from Davis are off the mark. And there's a 2-0 count now on Glenwood's catcher. Still just one down here. Glenwood has plated 7 runs this inning to take a commanding 14-0 lead over Russell County. 3 straight balls from Davis. 3-0 count now. Moss can be very particular about what he swings at. And that one off the plate. Moss will walk, and the bases will be loaded for Asher Long. Asher Long earlier this inning drove one out to right center field. And he will look to do the same here to clear the bases. Top of the third here at Russell County. Pitch from Davis. Finally finds the strike zone. 0-1 count now on Long. Bases are juiced. Courtesy runner came in to run at first for Sawyer Moss. Count now even, 1-1. Davis fires in. Ball number 2. 2-1 count now. Long drives one high and deep into center field, and a play is made. Runner will tag now, and the score goes to 15-0 in favor of Glenwood. But 2 outs down now. Runner still on the bags at first and second. And Carter Judah back up to the plate. Judah has scored all 3 times he's been to the plate. Bunt single in his first at bat. And walked his second and third at bats. Pitch from Judah off the plate. 1-1 now on Glenwood's third baseman. Davis delivers off the plate. 2-1 count now with 2 down. That offering from Davis low runs the count to 3-1. And he is walked. That will load the bases again. And we are finally seeing some replacement players entering the lineup for Glenwood. Now at bat for the Gators is number 14, Nathan Malone, who will step in to face Davis. Malone quickly takes strike 1 from Davis. 0-1 count now with 2 down. Breaking ball comes in just a little bit high for ball 1. Looks like on deck is Rhett English. Davis gets that all-important second strike call. 1-2 count now. If you're Davis, you do not want to lose this opportunity. Get this man out. Get your team back into the dugout to regroup after a very long inning that has seen Glenwood plate 8 runs. That offering off the plate to even the count. Deuces wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Nathan Malone. Gets one that he likes. Swung on and driven foul down the third base line. Coach Fanning had to jump out of the way. Davis looks in, gets a sign, rocks, fires, delivers, and gets the strikeout of Nathan Malone to end the bleeding and the inning. Glenwood plates 8 in the top of the third to get us to 15-0 Gators over the Warriors. And we will be back in just a moment for bottom of the third action live from Russell County here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
And welcome back in to Russell County. It's Glenwood out to a 15-0 lead over the Warriors. Entering the bottom of the third inning, you see Coach Danielson having a conversation with the home plate umpire. Looks like he's making some lineup adjustments. Yeah, he is pulling quite a few. Looks like he is going to get some seniors in. Christian LaLiberty, wearing number 44, is going to come to the plate in the left-handed batter's box. He's going to take the place of Victor Hernandez, who I was excited to come to the plate because he wears number 42, and today is Jackie Robinson Day. But we'll get number 44. I'll take Hammer and Hank over. I won't take him over Jackie Robinson any day, but Hammer and Hank is one of my favorite players. So let's see what LaLiberty can accomplish against a new Glenwood pitcher. And I'm sorry, folks, I haven't yet to see his number and check the lineup to see who he is. Coach Danielson getting his seniors in for what will be their final game here at Russell County. Quite a moment for these young men who have no doubt given themselves to this program for 4 years. Whether they were starters or reserve players, they still had to show up to practice, and they still had to work hard. So kudos to these young men for making it this far and on the cusp of becoming alumni here at Russell County. 2-0 count now to LaLiberty. Pitching for Glenwood now is Peter Svakinos. I got pronunciation guides for him during the Border Wars tournament. I think I might have nailed it. Probably did not, though. So, and LaLiberty with a chopper down the first base line. He will be tagged out. That goes down as a 3 unassisted. It's going to bring up Wyatt Schrauf to the plate, another senior. And while we've not seen much of him in game action this year, during a rain delay, and I'll finish this story in just a moment as he flies out to center fielder. During a rain delay, rain was coming down in buckets, and Schrauf left the Russell County dugout, ran as hard as he could to the right field fence, got off of his feet because he slipped, fell on his butt, got back up, and ran all the way back in, and right before reaching the dugout, he Pete Rosed into the dugout. Soaking wet. provided me quite a bit of entertainment that day as we waited for the rain to stop. And that was Hunter Phillips, who fouled to the catcher. And that will end the inning for the Warriors. We'll be back in just a moment for what figures to be the final inning of play. I'll have to check those Alabama mercy rules during the break. And I'll let you know as soon as we come back live here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back in to Russell County. That last inning, as I stated on the broadcast, we were able to watch two young men who have not gotten a lot of playing time get taken at bat here in what will be their last game as a Warrior. Always a great thing to see at the end of baseball season is seniors getting opportunities that they've not been able to get all year. So Coach Fanning talking with the home plate umpire, looks like he's making lineup adjustments. Coach Danielson now talking to Coach Fanning. If I were him, I'd ask if he minded if I put 2 extra outfielders out there. And the pitch from Davis, low for ball number 1. This is Rhett English at the plate for the Gators. .30 count. And Davis finds a strike zone to run it to 3-1. English still has a pitch that he can play with in hopes of getting the perfect one to hit. And he does. Drives that one down the third base line, but foul. Grant Johnson there to field the ball just off the third base bag. This is not my final game here at Russell County. Next week I will be here to do one final softball game for the season. I'll have to check the schedule, but I believe that is on Tuesday. Chopped down the third base line again, just foul. And the count is full on English. Again, special thanks to Warrior TV Productions, the media class here at Russell County. Great program led by Brad Beasley. They are providing your camera shots today. I'd probably be a better broadcaster had I had a class like that when I was in high school. And English is going to walk to give Glenwood their first base runner of the fourth inning.
Now batting number 2, Cal Lawrence.
It's going to bring up Cal Lawrence. Lawrence has flown out to right, flown out to first base, and had a stand-up double where he came around and scored last inning. 1-0 count now on Lawrence. Glenwood still has 2 games against Beulah to play to finish out the regular season. They'll play those 2 games tomorrow and Friday. They'll host Beulah tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Then they will travel to Beulah to end their season at 4 p.m. on Friday. Then it is off to AHSAA playoffs. Glenwood is expected to be successful in the playoffs. They are ranked number 1 in Alabama 3A rankings according to Max Preps, who also has them as the 14th best team in the state of Alabama regardless of ranking. The Alabama Sports Writers Association also has the Gators ranked 2nd in 3A, only behind Collinsville. We're going to have a meeting on the mound for Russell County. Coach Fanning closing out year 21 at the helm of the Gators. Currently sitting at a 141-44 all-time record. Winner of 11. That's 11 state titles. Glenwood's won 25 state baseball championships in their program history. So they are headed back this year without the help of the likes of Mason McCrane, who, as mentioned earlier, is tearing it up at Auburn right now. This game works out the way I believe it's going to work out, Glenwood will move to 24-7 on the year. That one hit high into center field, catches made, and batter is retired.
Now batting number 10, Trey.
So 1 down now. It's going to bring Trey Clarity to the plate. Clarity, as we mentioned earlier, is having quite the year offensively. Hits the ball hard, puts it in gaps. And I believe he is the current RBI leader for Glenwood. That one finds the outside edge of the plate, and Clarity finds himself in an 0-1 hole. 3 minutes to 7 o'clock here on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. as I said earlier, make sure you tune in tonight to the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Show. We'll be live from Houlihan's in the historic district of Columbus. Join host Thrift Behringer with a few special guests, including yours truly, who will be breaking down high school baseball and the Columbus Clingstones. And Mike Peacock, who is gearing up for his first season behind the mic for the Columbus Lions, who kick off their season tomorrow at 6 p.m. Big party planned at the Civic Center. Tonio Armani will be there. He'll be singing the national anthem and then performing at halftime. They're also doing a whiteout, and one lucky fan will get the opportunity to kick a field goal for $5,000. That one nicks the batter, and bases are now loaded. That will bring Tyler Clarity to the plate, Trey's brother. Someone the Glenwood staff is excited about. And Coach Fanning not sending the runner on that wild pitch by Davis. Another wild pitch from Davis. Cannon did a good job climbing the ladder and grabbing that one before it got to the backstop. Looks like we're going to have another mound visit, which means a pitching change is imminent. Don't see anyone in the bullpen. So looks as though they'll be bringing a position player up to pitch. And that's what they are doing. Bringing the senior, Christian La Liberty, will come into the game and get an opportunity to not only hit in his final game here at Russell County, but he will be able to pitch as well. He's going to take a few warm-up tosses, and we will take a quick break to let you hear from our friends at Zaxby's of Phoenix City. Go by, see them, let them know you heard about them on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back in just a moment here live from Russell County.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And we are back from Russell County. Senior Christian La Liberty is on the mound facing Tyler Clarity from Glenwood. And his first pitch is a strike. That one hammered. And they are able to get the runner at first base for the second out of the inning. Runner still at second and third for Glenwood. And we'll see the Glenwood catcher Sawyer Moss at the plate. Glenwood leads here 16-0. That one almost gets away from the catcher, Cannon. But he lays out, makes the save, gets the ball back to La Liberty. 1-0 count now. And Russell County gets 3 outs on that fly out to left field. Glenwood's going to strand 2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th here in Seale. Russell County trails Glenwood by a score of 16-0. We'll be back in just a moment here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today.
I'm bringing my other half.
I'm bringing the pep talk. Come on!
I'm clearing my head.
And I'm clearing 300.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Join today for just $1 down. Deal ends March 29th.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always. For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back into Russell County. Bottom of the 4th. It's going to bring Van Richards to the plate. Russell County has finally made it through their lineup and starting back at the top. Richards is capable of putting a 1 up on the board. If he can get a pitch to hit that one outside for ball number 1. If you're just tuning in and see the score, this game got out of hand rather quickly for Russell County, who are playing shorthanded due to some bruises and bang-ups. Obviously not the ending to the season that they wanted. They've had some great moments this season. Reeled off a lot more wins, I think, than many people thought they would get. Sitting right now at 12-17. Went 3-4 in the area, 3-4 in the area. Took all 3 games against Park Crossing. As I said earlier, they were in games with Rehoboth. They were in games with Pike Road. And Van Richards is going to be struck out. The backwards K variety.
Now batting number 11.
It's going to bring his brother, E.J. Richards, to the plate. Again, E.J. is one with some power. He's one that can definitely give Russell County fans that are here something to cheer for. Two-0 count now on E.J. Richards. He thought about it, didn't go, and the umpire made the call for him. 2-1. Glenwood has remained relatively healthy throughout this season. They still have essentially another month left of the season if they are able to go the distance in the AHSAA playoffs. And yes, I have to slow down when I say that. And Russell County is on the board with the hit. E.J. Richards. Hard ground ball right up the middle, and he reaches first base.
Coming to the plate, number 4, Connor Cox.
To break up the no-hit bid by the Glenwood pitching staff. Connor Cox coming to the plate now, designated hitter for Russell County. Cox is another one of my favorite players to watch. I think just because he's pitched so many times, so many games that I've been on the call for. So he takes one to the middle of the back, which doesn't help the bruises and bang-ups that he's got. But he is going to take it and head down to first base.
Batting number 9, Carson Carswell.
It's going to move E.J. over to second. And Carson Carswell coming to the plate. Carswell entering today. Comes in batting .290. Good for second on the team behind only Van Richards. And Carswell is going to take ball number 1. I do consider Russell County head coach Danny Danielson a close friend of mine, and I know he is feeling all kinds of levels of frustration, but I think he's also filled with a little bit of hope of what is to come next season. Swung on, driven foul back behind the press box. Not even the count. It's 2-1 for Carswell. Thanks to our good friend Colin Scroggins over at Seale News for sharing our game. To his legion of followers. We have a great relationship with Colin and Miss Vega, Mandy Vega from the Home and Lifestyle Now channel. So we're thankful for that relationship and look forward to many more years if Colin's not lured away by CNN or Fox News or somebody like that. 3-2 count now, full on Carswell. 2 runners in scoring position for Russell County. That one popped up on the infield, and the play is made. 2 down now for Russell County.
Now batting number 54, Cam Brewer.
Cam Brewer's going to come to the plate, step in the box to take some swings. Grant Johnson awaits on deck if Brewer is able to reach. If you want to see some good baseball, the Clingstones are in town through Sunday, but playing Biloxi Shuckers. Biloxi brings the number 3 overall MLB prospect into Synovus Park, Jesus Mate, 18-year-old kid, projected by many to join the Brewers before this season is over with. So now's your chance to see him at the AA level. He's already, I know he hit a bomb today, and I think he hit one in the opening game on Tuesday. So he's a all-tool kind of player. He has made some incredible defensive stops, too, at shortstop. So if you want to see some good baseball from the future of the MLB, come out to Synovus Park from tomorrow through Sunday. The Stones will be in town. 2-1 count now on Brewer. He thought about it. Umpire gives the strike. 2-2 with 2 out. And Brewer called out. And I am pausing, waiting to see what the teams are going to do. I believe we are firmly in Mercy Rule territory. Looks like the Russell County Warriors are going to take the field. Christian La Liberté coming back out to pitch this inning. So while they warm up, we will take a quick break and let you hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best.
And we are back from Russell County. Mac Blair to the plate for the Gators. Top of the 5th inning. Glenwood leads 16-0. And La Liberty gets ahead of Blair. Puts him in an 0-2 count. La Liberty is maybe the change of pace that the Warriors needed on the mound. They started Johnson, who's more of a technical pitcher, selection of pitches, and able to go the distance in games. I've watched him go against Heritage and pitched a fantastic game. To Schaffner, who mixes in a little velocity. He's a little wild. He then went to Zane Wynn Davis, and now the senior La Liberty. And La Liberty gets a strikeout. Of Mac Blair. This is number 34, Mason Garland, at the plate for Glenwood. La Liberty gets him to a 1-1 count. Looks like Coach Fanning has opted to get some of his younger players some playing time. Which may be exactly what he and Coach Danielson were speaking about earlier in the game. That one hit up the middle, fielded, throw to first, and the Warriors get the out. 2 down now here in the top of the 5th. How about Christian La Liberty coming on in relief in a game they are buried in? He's gotten on the mound and throwing strikes, letting his defense work. And Russell County may be looking at their first 1-2-3 inning today. We'll knock on wood that that's able to happen. 0-1 count now. Looks like some form of breaking ball. Didn't quite break. Swung on and driven foul by Nathan Malone, the Glenwood batter. Standing on deck for Glenwood is Rhett English. 1-2 count. Breaking ball. He's not going to get the call from the home plate umpire. And he gets that one to end the inning. Russell County with their first 1-2-3 inning of the day. Christian La Liberty sits Nathan Malone, and Russell County headed back to the dugout to grab their lumber and come to the plate in hopes of plating a run. We will be right back live from Seale, where Glenwood leads Russell County by a score of 16-0.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
And welcome back in to Seale. Bottom of the 5th inning. Glenwood has made another pitching change, bringing in Gray Garner.
Number 99, Grant Johnson.
He will face Grant Johnson, the junior from Russell County, who started this game on the mound. Lots of promise for that young man. He has been consistent each and every time we've seen him play here at Russell County, at the plate and defensively. Garner, first offering to Johnson, in for a strike. That one popped up into the outfield. Center fielder calls it and makes the catch to retire Johnson. Some other scores from around the area. Not many teams playing on this Wednesday evening. Northside traveled to Carrollton for
Number 12, Trent Couch.
the second game of their region playoff or region series with Central of Carrollton. Central of Carrollton in the bottom of the 4th leads Northside 6-5. Northside taking it to Central Carrollton last night, walking off the field with a 7-3 victory, one that saw Noah Fair go yard for the first time this season. And that was Trenton Couch falling victim to a strikeout there for out number 2 of the inning.
Number 30, Carter Cannon.
And the Russell County catcher steps to the plate, Carter Cannon. If I was given postseason awards, he would have the all-name award. Catcher with a last name of Cannon. That one dribbled to third base, caught and fielded. The out is made at first base. And it looks like that is going to be the ball game here live from Seale. Glenwood comes to town and handles business against a reeling Russell County team. We'll be back in just a moment to break it all down and name our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Keep it right here on Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And welcome back in to Russell County High School. Glenwood Gators have just taken the 16-0 win over the Warriors here on a somber day for Russell County seniors, who will be honored in just a moment on the field as they conclude their time with the Russell County baseball program and prepare to graduate here in just a few short weeks. With that, we are going to name our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, and I'm going to give it to Christian La Liberty, senior pitcher for Russell County, put on the mound with a 16-0 lead against him, and he pitched 2 innings, limiting any more damage, and finished his last inning as a Warrior on the mound giving the Warriors a 1-2-3 inning. So, Christian Law Liberty, congratulations, young man. Congratulations on the conclusion of your high school career. And I know that your loved ones and friends are proud of you and look forward to what you will accomplish later in your life. That'll do it from Russell County High School. Once again, I am Ricky Rogers, proud to bring you this coverage, high school baseball coverage, and look forward to seeing you next week as we have Russell County softball. So we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us. Keep it locked on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.